The war in the 20th century was fought for oil, but the war in the 21st century will be fought for small silicon chips. Jai Hind everyone, my today's lecture topic is India's Semiconductor Mission. As in every of the modern technologies, semiconductors are used, from our mobile phones in our pocket to complex defense systems. As a result, our government took the initiative, a multi-millionaire initiative for applying India's Semiconductor Mission, ISM. Historically, India was a great importer of semiconductors from our neighboring countries such as China, which exploits our vulnerability. To overcome this vulnerability, our country decided to take an initiative in 2021 of ISM. And seeing the positive result of this initiative, government again took another initiative in 2025 of ISM 2.0. It also attracted many foreign investments in our country. There are many advantages of ISM. Firstly, it generates employment, as while setting the industrial hubs, laborers are given an employment, and after the setting of hubs, the employees can do work there and they also get their employment. It also makes our country self-reliant and self-independent, as in the case of war, there is no chances of our data being leaked or hacked. It also gives opportunity to the youth minds of India, which was earlier forced to go to foreign to work in such companies, but now it can stay in our own country and work in the country and also contribute to its economy. But there are various disadvantages also of this ISM. The first disadvantage is, as the semiconductors industry is a notorious one, it requires thousands, millions of liters of water per day for its regulating. And as in a country, as in every of the rural areas, there are broken pipelines and many of the people are not getting enough water for even their drinking. So this issue can be a hazardous one for a country. The second disadvantage is the lack of land. As the growing population of India, we need more land for our population to live properly. But setting up the industry requires a lot of land area, which also relocates people which have inhabited in the land to relocate themselves to other areas. So in conclusion, the ISM is a double-sided sword. It depends on how we use them and how the government make policies. The government should make policies keeping the people first, because any development is only good if the people are kept in its priority. So the people should be given land who are getting relocated and given some concession so they could make their home in any other place. Thank you.